Welcome to Drinkin Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
What happened today, Dan?
Herman Cain is dead. Jesus Christ, all the belly aching.
Herman Cain just passed away.
R.I.P., but that was dumb as shit. If you're 74 years old and you just like, fuck these motherfuckers, man, I'm going out.
Yeah.
And just go to a rally and hang out and
no
fucking
mask.
spit in people's faces and shit. Like, come on, man.
Sad, because obviously I'm a huge Godfather's Pizza fan, but, you know.
I'm not.
We'll learn to love again.
But you know, this is going to be like, for now, I don't know why. Usually CNN fucking goes wild about this, but their article just says Herman Cain dies from coronavirus.
Well, they'll do that today out of respect, and then tomorrow they'll completely fucking bury him, but they'll give it one day. We're going to kick this old school for a second here.
Do you think Ari Shaffir is going to say something?
Yeah, well, not after the Kobe sitch. No way. No way would he do it now. What are you drinking? We used to do this at the top of the show for like the first 50 or 60 shows. That beer.
Oh, this is Flat Rock Cider Company. It's here in North Carolina.
Is it really? Is it any good?
I'll let you know.
All right.
Oh, no, it is. This is the one I had on when we did the shit, was it the news? No, it was like last Tuesday, I think.
Okay.
We were here. Or no, 2 Tuesdays before L.A.
It's a North Carolina beer?
Yeah, it's made somewhere here locally.
Really? Is there any more in the fridge?
No. But they sell it at this fucking bar right here. So
no shit.
If you want Giorgio to go get one.
I'm not going to have him do that. We're not animals. I'm not Ellen, for Christ's sakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Ellen, brother. Let's get to the news, shall we?
My hands are wet now.
Yeah, they are. So is my dick.
Not happy about it.
Get Zucked, Congress. Whew. Mark Zuckerberg.
Did you watch any of this shit?
I did.
It's
Mark
always
Zuckerberg.
painful to see these fucking nerds.
Like
the only like Tim Cook is kind of okay, and Bezos just doesn't give a fuck, so he's all right.
Yeah.
He's more of a businessman than a tech nerd,
right?
So it works for him. But the Indian dude from Google, and I can't remember his name, and if I did remember it, I wouldn't be able to pronounce it anyway. Him and fucking Zuck are painful to watch.
Brutal.
Jesus Christ,
He
dude.
looks like a fucking scared kid who just saw a tit for the first time.
Yeah.
Like his aunt's tit. And he was just like, oh, no, I don't know what to do. Is it okay if I jerk off to it? I'm not sure what to do.
You can, by the way. You can jerk off to pretty much anything.
Anything you want. I just wouldn't tell people about it.
I wouldn't say anything to her about it.
Yeah, definitely not.
Unless
don't bring it up at a family barbecue.
I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe if everybody else has left the barbecue and then you got your shot, right?
Shoot or shoot.
Yeah.
Lee Harvey Oswald said that. And he didn't miss. Well, no, he missed twice, right? 2 out of 3?
It depends on who you believe about.
Yeah, who's on that grassy knoll. Look, Zuckerberg had to testify in front of Congress. All the major tech companies, a representative from each one. Apple, Google, Facebook, Amazon. And they're repeatedly getting hammered by Congress. Trump said, look, it's time to break up these companies.
Yeah.
This has become too powerful. You know, the problem I'm starting to have with all of this shit is it is getting very, very, very controlling. And they're literally looking through everything. We had a private group on Ross Patterson Revolution, right? And they banned a guy yesterday. So
Facebook did.
Oh,
yeah.
And clearly they're looking through shit, even on private groups.
Yeah, they look
I
through
didn't know that was a thing. You take that medical video that was going around with the doctors that had 27 million views on Facebook and then got ripped. And then Don Jr. got roped off of Twitter for 48 hours for posting it.
It's going to be I talked to a couple of people about this yesterday that work in tech. Google is really close to getting lit the fuck up by the federal government. Like super close. For antitrust, though, not for this stuff.
Right.
These politicians right now are just using this as an opportunity to grandstand about...
Correct.
About, I guess you could call it conservative censorship on these platforms, which if you don't believe it's happening, I would, question your fucking eyesight, frankly, because it happens so frequently at this point. And like
it happens to us. I mean, look,
it happens to us all the time.
Look, we only have 52,000 subscribers on YouTube. YouTube is owned by Google.
Yeah.
everybody says the same thing of like, hey man, I'm signed up, but I'm not getting notifications and all that other shit.
And we have
like,
hundreds of thousands of listeners on other platforms, but
it's fucking
only
nuts, man.
50 on YouTube, and only like we're doing like 5,000 views per, so 10% of the audience.
9.3 million listeners monthly, and 52,000 subscribers. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Something has to be done about.
Well,
this
here's
shit.
the thing with Google: they control 90% of all search traffic in the United States. Goes through Google.com.
Yeah.
The other part of that is through selling ads, which is how they make most of their money. They make about $160 billion a year.
Yeah.
160 billion.
160 with a B
Just
at the
so
end
you
of that.
know, the valuation on a company like that.
Hard to wrap your mind around. Because if you think about it, YouTube is huge on its own, right?
1.3 trillion.
Yeah.
Like,
but
what the fuck,
YouTube
man?
is huge on its own. They bought up YouTube. There was some of the emails that were brought in front of the panel yesterday in Zuckerberg that they wanted to question him about were that he forced the owner of Instagram to sell to him, or he threatened to clone Instagram. That was in some of the emails.
Well, we all know Mark Zuckerberg is a piece of human garbage, right?
Look, we all know it, but yet there is nothing you can do to stop Facebook until there is something else.
Jump Out Boys.
Jump Out Boys!
We need to come up with a theme song for the Jump Out Boys, like a 70s kind of like, It's like half rock, half porn music.
Yeah,
kind of style,
for
like
the
Starsky
Jump
and
Out
Hutch.
Boys.
We'll get something made.
I talked about them yesterday. I'm a huge fan of the
I'm going
Jump
to get
Out
Danny
Boys.
Worsnop to write a fucking theme song for the Jump Out Boys.
Like
so Bad Boys, but it's for Jump Out Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so we could play it into the show for the Jump Out Boys.
But here's what's really going to happen at some point. I don't know if they're going to be able to, like, they're absolutely going to be able to tear Google apart. Not literally tear them apart, but they're going to be able to butt fuck them for this antitrust stuff. But really, what it will probably amount to is fines. And again, they make $160 billion in advertising per year.
Correct.
So they don't give two fucks about fines. Neither did Microsoft back in the day.
No, none of them do.
In the late 90s, Bill Gates and Microsoft for, I don't know how long it went on, but they were getting fined $1 million a day. And he, like, taunted them. He, like, somebody, this is pre-meme culture, by the way. And he was like, yeah, I can do that for the next, like, 3,000 years. So let's do it. Let's do this. You know what I mean? So that's not going to do anything. I think, I've said this for several years now, social media has become a public utility at this point, right? You have several different options, but you do with cable as well. And Comcast or whomever couldn't tell you that you can't fucking purchase and use their stuff because of your political beliefs. It's not. That is illegal to do that.
Right.
So at some point, somebody's going to have to sue. It'll go through the courts to federal court, and then ultimately probably to Supreme Court, and they will rule whether or not social media or websites are a public utility. And that'll be the end of it. It'll either go one way or the other, and if it goes the way that social media is a public utility, that'll end the debate forever. There's nothing they could do at that point. They have to allow pretty much all content that's legal.
Correct. And what I would love to see when Zuck was walking out of Congress to get into his fucking car is for a minivan to roll up and just
spaceship.
Zip, zip, zip. Jump Out Boys.
We need some
Zip that motherfucker up, dude.
We need some intergalactic Jump Out Boys for him. Because he is an alien.
Yeah.
My man.
He is...
you can see straight through his fucking brain.
A real piece of shit,
yeah,
that guy.
He is human garbage. Like, if you... Not just the stories about the Winklevoss twins. I don't think he fucked them over that much.
Right.
Like, that was just... They were just bad at business, it seems like. But his fucking B-Fry... He fucking torched that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he treated
Sean
him
Parker?
like... He's treated him like human fucking garbage.
Yeah.
And I hope Zuckerberg gets mouth cancer.
Well,
Honestly.
we'll see. We'll see what happens with this fuck. But they've got to do something about this, man. Like, I had heard a rumor maybe in May that just said, hey, starting around June, they're going to start really cracking down on any conservative posts because, they want Trump out of office. And it's exactly what is happening. It's what it seems like.
Dude, that is so stupid.
It's fucking crazy.
It's
crazy.
If somebody, and I don't even want to say this out loud, but
but you are.
Sun Tzu said, if your enemy is making mistakes, don't interrupt them. Right now, the left is making every mistake you could make. They nominated an old white rapist sniffy guy that can't remember where the fuck he is half the time.
Yeah.
That's been on the wrong side of all the major issues, the same as they did with Hillary Clinton. She voted for Iraq, for the Patriot Act.
Yep.
Was anti-marriage equality until it was time to be, until it was politically expedient to be so, and promoted the crime bill. Now you can apply all of those things to Joe Biden with one exception. He actually wrote the crime bill.
Right.
Get fucked. And then all this stuff that they've been doing lately, the fucking... I guarantee you the fact that Hillary Clinton called conservatives deplorables is one of the main reasons Donald Trump won that election.
Right.
And this shit that they're pulling right now, these social media companies right now, maybe they want Trump in office, and they know this will fucking stimulate shit because they're making more money now than they ever have before.
Yeah, and it's funny you brought that up because I was thinking about that last night. The other side of this is, is the media intentionally lulling the left to sleep with these fake polls and all of this shit, so they won't go out and vote. They're careless on voting day. Because the only way any of these motherfuckers stay in business, especially if the economy crashes next year because of all this COVID shit, is for Trump to be in office, or else you don't have any stories every day. Let's face it, if Biden gets elected, he's not going to speak ever.
No.
Ever. You will never hear and or see that guy again until he dies and Kamala Harris takes over.
He's going to be what do you call it? A hologram.
Yeah.
They're just going to be projecting his hologram into the Rose Garden. But then, I mean, that would be kind of cool because you could fucking make him break dance. You could do anything you want.
Put him with Tupac.
Yeah.
Put Biden with a Tupac hologram and let the two of them just go off.
He's
on,
like out
on
there
DJ
smoking crack.
sets. Yeah, dude.
He's like sitting fucking crisscross applesauce on the fucking steps outside, just smoking crack.
Right
And
next
like,
to the Rose Garden.
The president's smoking crack. Like, no, it's just a hologram, dude.
It's a hologram, bro.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, don't worry about it,
easy.
man.
How-
It's just Joe Biden doing
I
what
would
Joe
love
Biden does.
To have, look, man, I'm over it with everything.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have Ryan from The Office,
Sure.
right? Ryan Howard. What's his name in real life?
I think it's
BJ Novak.
BJ Novak.
He said he wanted somebody from the fringes of society to be in charge, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I want a fucking crackhead because as long as you could keep the crackhead alive, it would be the best 4 years of my life.
Remember Marion Barry when he ran for president?
He fucking got booted from. He was the mayor of D.C. for years.
Yeah.
Got booted because he got caught with a bunch of crack and prostitutes.
in a hotel room.
Took about 6 years off, came back, mayor again.
Mayor again, dude.
So D.C. doesn't give a fuck about crack, is what I'm saying.
Crack is not whack.
Let's
in
get
DC.
a crackhead in the office. I don't care what their political affiliation is.
Who would you choose, crackhead wise?
Probably that character that fucking Dave Chappelle plays. Tyrone Biggums. Yeah.
I'd kind of go like the Lindsay Lohan level, where it's
Maybe
like
she's
fun and flirty.
Yeah.
Does a lot of
But there's
coke
breakdowns. You can't have somebody that gets like super ragey and angry like that with the new codes.
That's gonna happen with a crackhead,
No, you gotta have
brother.
you gotta have a fun crackhead.
So,
Yeah,
all right, if we're saying fun crackhead, then I immediately go to Michael Irvin, the Cowboys wide receiver.
Michael Irvin. I'd vote for him right now.
That would be a
Yes,
good
but
one.
he's got to smoke crack at least 3 to 5 times a week.
The best is when there was a breaking news story. I forget who was leaving teams or whatever, and they needed to get somebody on air, and it looked like they'd called him at fucking 1 a.m, and he was already smoking crack, and he was like, "Oh fuck, all right, man, I can give you the best 10 minutes I got, but after that, like, I've got to go back to smoking crack." And his eyes were just glassed over, like the top of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
I mean, how
and I was
fucking
like,
funny would that be?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. It'd be fucking awesome.
Because it doesn't. These presidents, these people who run for president, they're fucking lunatics, man. All of them. They're all lunatics. And
should be fun. Biden is supposed to announce his VP pick next week, by the way.
yeah.
So we will see. He had Kamala Harris written down on a card this week that was photographed.
Oh, there's a story in here about that. Kamala Harris is absolutely the choice for VP, 100%, and we'll get to why here.
Yeah,
in a few minutes.
we'll get to why towards the end of the show.
God, I
It's
can't-
called a cock tease in the biz.
I can't find it on my bookie either. Can you still vote for the VP?
Yes. Yeah,
I
you
can't
can.
find it and send me the link.
Yeah, go to mybookie.com promo code Drinkin Bros. In the meantime, I'm going to get to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Ghostbed.com, finest mattresses in the land, kids. I just got the new cooling one sent to my heels. Can't wait to sleep on it tonight in Austin. I have to go in for a quick 48-hour trip while we build our sets. The new studios are starting to be built Saturday morning, so super amped about that in Austin, Tejas. In about 10 days, we will be live from Austin permanently after that. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to sleeping on the new ghost bed tonight, and I'll let you know how it is. I'm amped about it. They didn't have my size in the other one, so I shrunk it down. I didn't go cow king anymore. I went king. And,
you don't. Well, a cow king would actually make sense for you because you're a tall.
I'm a tall drink.
Yeah,
but I went king.
Cow king's like 6 inches taller, but it's slightly like 3 inches.
Right, but I wanted the adjustable base.
Yeah.
So they were like, "Look, you got to get that in king, homeboy." And so I moved down to king so I could get the adjustable base, and I'm fucking amped.
It's
I can't
worth
wait to get home.
I just pretend I'm in a hospital all the time.
Just going up and down on that thing.
Yeah, but it's like
love it. I can't wait. I can't wait.
There's no
if you're a member of the military, a first responder, a teacher, or work in the government, the government. The G-U-B-M-E-N-T, government.
I think there's an apostrophe in there somewhere.
I think so. I believe it's right after the G, actually. You get 30% off everything in the entire store. If you're a regular human like myself, you get 25% off when you order a mattress right now. You get 2 free pillows, and the pillows are just as great as the goddamn mattress. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. As always, they got a 36-month pay-as-you-go program that is no interest, and it's applicable with all the deals I named above. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. Giorgio, what do you got? Any bets on Kamala Harris? Okay.
Fuck.
Okay, so that's an interesting one, and I'll read this aloud to the audience. You can't bet on VP anymore. I'm imagining that card that got leaked yesterday.
As soon as I saw this article
Probably
that we're going
nukes.
to read in a minute, I looked on my booking. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's real, that they know, and that's what happens. They usually pull it.
We got some other breaking news here.
Whoa, what do we got?
Topo Chico is coming out with a hard seltzer.
Whoa! Man, in Texas, everybody drinks Topo Chico.
Because it's the best. It's the best.
It's just...
Bubbly has the best flavors, I think, of all the...
Okay.
Of all the...
I agree. Well...
No, it's not. LaCroix's not even close.
It's not. No, it's not LaCroix. It's what's the other one?
Oh, yeah.
Spear.
Yeah.
I have them in my house.
The ones in the white can with the...
Jessie drinks them. Spindrift is it? That's my end all be all.
Yeah, those are pretty good too. But anyways, Topo
guy.
Chico is coming out with a new one.
A hard seltzer, eh?
Yeah,
what's the proof on that?
Hold on, let me look at the can here. I don't know if you can.
I'm hoping for a 6 or a 7. Cause Daddy needs to get crunked up.
It doesn't say, but the one flavor that they're promoting is tangy lemon lime, which is basically a fucking Sprite Claw. You owe me fucking millions of dollars. To
royalties to D'Anthony Holloway.
No one was doing that before I fucking started that.
No,
shit.
dude. No one was against rape too. As early as you were. You were against that real early.
I've been against rape as long as I can remember.
Yeah, very very long time. Next up. The Jump Out Boys. Jump Out Boys are coming to a city near you. Your favorite movies might not be this summer, but your favorite fucking police units are the Jump Out Boys.
We should just pay an editor to put all of those videos of Jump Out Boys back to back for 90 minutes.
I would watch it forever.
Length, and then put fucking Benny Hill music behind it. For the comedy version, then you have then you have a drama version, where it's like playing really like it's playing Enya or some shit.
Yeah,
this like in slow motion where they're dragging people by their hair into the car.
If you scored the Jump Out Boys to an Enya song, then
it'd be so good.
Why are you stealing him? Quit stealing him.
So our buddy Dan Crenshaw was on the Babylon Bees podcast. I didn't know they had a podcast.
Babylon Bee is starting to pick up steam. So if you don't know what that is, by the way, they've essentially replaced the Onion online.
It's the media is it's really good. It's so funny. They fuck everybody up. It doesn't matter who you are. But it seems like from their interview, with Crenshaw,
how was their podcast? I'm curious.
It's actually, the guys are pretty smart.
Okay.
And it seems like they kind of are center right, which is surprising for that group. Although I feel like the left doesn't have a sense of humor anymore, so it's not that surprising, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, Dan Crenshaw said exactly what I've been saying ever since the Jump Out Boys started showing up in these places. And what he said was, this is way better than fucking sending a bunch of riot cops out of the street and provoking some kind of fucking confrontation.
I agree.
You watch the cameras, you see that one asshole you know for a fact, burn that shit down.
Yep.
You fucking snatch them off the street with no fuss.
Yeah.
Process them, book them, and then let them go, and then they come to court. That's it. And in Portland right now, the people that they're arresting and releasing on their own recognizance or through bond or whatever, part of the deal is they can't attend any more protests.
Yeah.
Like, I think that, I mean, that is a First Amendment issue, but I feel like there's a lot of reasons you can lose your First Amendment privileges, right? You can lose constitutional privileges like the Second Amendment by being a felon, for example,
right,
or voting by being a felon. And like, no, I don't think that's right. I think once you're out of prison or whatever the fuck, you got to vote again. It's not fair. But anyways, let's not go down that rabbit hole. This is really funny to me.
Really funny. I love watching it. I made a hard pitch yesterday to A&E Network live on air that they should bring back live PD for 12 hours a day on their network, and then the other 12 should be the Jump Out Boys. And I would watch that all
how much would
day
it
long.
I wonder how much
all
it would
long.
cost to buy live PD right now. We'll run it.
So here's the thing. The ratings came out for A&E.
Yeah.
They're down 54% as a network. People were pissed. So now they said yesterday, I think we're going to bring that show back. We're looking into it.
If I was the owner of the IP of Live PD, I would tell them to fucking get fucked. Like, there's no goddamn way I would go back on that network. I would sell it to anybody else.
It depends on how long their deal is. Otherwise,
I mean, they canceled the deal by taking the show off the air.
Well, they took it off. So when you place it on a hiatus, technically, it's like placing a pitcher on injured reserve without sending them to the minors or whatever. Like, they still own it.
We can't say disabled list anymore?
Yeah, I can't say disabled list anymore.
I'm not really disabled.
Oh, Herman Cain's dead. So what happened is it's on hiatus, so they have the right to bring it back. Now, the producers also have the right to go back in and say, I don't feel like starting production unless there's another zero at the end of my paycheck.
Yeah, they should be getting paid.
So
Just that's a fucking dum-dum tax right there.
Boy.
And A&E needs to pay that dum-dum tax.
If you saw those ratings numbers, right, and you're the producer of that show, and you know the entire network, the network is down 54%, I go in there and I'm saying, I'm going to need your office. And
not just a plurality, but a majority of your fucking revenue comes from me.
Yeah. 54% to be exact.
Why don't they just start a live PD network?
No.
And make it run 24 hours a day, because
that's what I said.
It would fucking destroy.
Dude, live PD for 12 hours, Jump Out Boys for 12 hours.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
And that's end of story. Congratulations. You were a successful network
Clap
for
those flowers
the end
and
of
get the
time.
fuck out. Yeah,
Yep.
so this one, now the Jump Out Boys are coming to a city near you.
Yeah, they are.
It's not just federal agents anymore, by the way. Not... And that's another thing Crenshaw talked about, is like, it's not secret police. They're wearing shit that says police. They're in unmarked cars, but it says police.
Yeah.
And the federal government has said, these are our people.
Yep.
They're CBP agents.
Yeah.
It's not secret police, bitch. And CBP agents, the reason I ranted about this yesterday with, I can't remember who I was talking to, but they're like, oh, they're wearing fucking camo. CBP doesn't have cop uniforms, bitch.
Yeah.
They're either in suits, which you don't want,
Or plain clothes.
they're like plain clothes.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. They're either in plain civilian clothes, like dress clothes or whatever the fuck, or they
Flannel,
they have
jeans.
military gear.
Yeah.
That's all they have.
Yeah.
They're not trying to be sneaky. They're not wearing woodland camo in the middle of the fucking city to be sneaky, bitch. God damn. Anyway, so this one particular case, the one that stands out from this week, because of the outrage or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And more importantly than the outrage itself, the comments made in outrage. So this woman, Nikki Stone, was arrested because she fucked some shit up.
Yeah.
They have her on camera with her fucking dumb fat face in there.
Vandalizing everything all over the
shit,
city.
and then they just like swoop in and fuck her up. Grab her, throw her into a van, like, oh, they could have been more sensitive.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No,
they couldn't have.
You
They
weren't
couldn't have
sensitive when you were defacing public property.
So here's what a couple of the bystanders said. NYPD is out here kidnapping protesters out of the street. Well, no, they're not kidnapping people. They're serving arrest warrants.
Yeah.
Which is what police do. You fucking retard. And then another, somebody else that was a bystander tweeted that when Boko Haram does this, there's international outrage. NYPD, it's just business as usual. Now,
Boko Haram is who they decided to invoke on that one.
Boko Haram. So arresting someone who's just destroyed a bunch of property isn't kidnapping. It's arresting.
Yeah.
That's why we have the two words, because they mean different things.
Yeah.
Got it? Fuckface? All right. So this is how you can tell that these retards have never been to another country that has real problems.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, they've never in their fucking lives. And there's another story.
Well, that's what happens when you're sheltered, and then you decide to join Antifa and think that it's all going to be okay. Nothing's going to happen to us. Nope, the jump out boys are coming for you, and it's going to zip, 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 put you back in the back of the car and get you the fuck out of there. Here's what I got nervous when I read this headline today. Dan typically writes the news every single week, and that we talk about. When you wrote the Jump Out Boys coming to a city near you this week, I got nervous like a fan, like the Rolling Stones were coming. Yeah. If I was in the streets and I saw the Jump Out Boys on my street ripping somebody out of their Doc Martens.
Can you imagine?
Zip, zip, zip. I would be like it was Mick clapping. Jagger. I'd be like, oh my God, it's the Jump Out Boys.
Instead of crying like, tell us your name, we'll bail you out. Like they're going to fucking Gitmo or some shit. No, they're going to the local PD to get arraigned and processed, motherfuckers.
I would try to fucking get a picture with the Jump Out Boys, like anywhere I could of like
selfie style.
Yes, dude. Like, to me, that is the Rolling Stones are not on tour. It's my favorite band.
Well, the Jump Out Boys are on tour.
They are, and that's therefore
they're coming to Detroit, Cleveland, and Milwaukee.
I'm nervous. We'll be in Austin next week. Come to Austin. I'd love to see the Jump Out Boys in Austin.
Can you imagine though being a victim of Boko Haram?
No, reading this shit.
Being a victim of Boko Haram, and then you hear some fucking white teenager compare getting arrested for vandalizing public and federal property to being done whatever Boko Haram does to people, rape and murder.
Mm-hmm. You know, every
1A, 1B, they're both pretty bad.
There's two keywords.
Get fucked.
That every fucking Democrat goes to now. Rape or racist. Those two words. Well, they'll just throw those at every single thing.
Or I can't breathe is another one,
Yeah. Well.
It's not always true.
No, it is.
Like there are hundreds of videos out there, like body cam videos and even fucking cell phone bystander videos of dudes, like the guy's kneeling on the back of some guy's knee.
Right.
He's like, I can't breathe. I'm like, look, man, there are people who have actually been murdered by police.
Mm-hmm.
And that was their fucking those were their last words. How fucking dare you use that shit to try to get out of fucking petty crime? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? You don't give a fuck about people.
No.
Get fucked.
People don't give a shit anymore.
People give a shit about
you
their
should give a shit about yourself.
Look at your email.
Manscaped.com. What's up?
You got the latest copy for these guys? Look in your email there, buddy.
Ooh. Yeah. They got new products here?
They sent us some stuff. I don't know if it's new products.
Thing, man. They always have fucking cool, interesting shit. And
well, I mean, there's shirts that they sent us say your balls will thank you on the back.
I know.
So they clearly don't. I wear that shirt all over the place, and people are like, "Oh, that's funny."
Yeah.
Actually, I was at Dick's Sporting Goods with my brother when he was here in town a couple weeks ago, and somebody in the parking lot. We were walking out. Somebody in the parking lot, like, "Oh, that's a cool shirt. Is that really a good razor?" I'm like, "Yeah. Do you want to see my dick and balls right now?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh no, man." I'm like, "Yeah, you do. Come on."
Yeah.
He and his girlfriend, walked away. But
I don't understand why.
It was an opportunity for them to see what a real man's dick and balls look like.
Yeah, and they shunned you. They shunned you on that.
Live sports are back.
They are back. It's very possible we'll see an NBA playoff matchup between the Clippers and the Nuggets. That's why our partners at Manscaped have partnered to make sure the Nuggets are as safe as possible when that matchup happens.
They don't mind puns at all.
No.
I'm a big fan of that.
No. I picked the Nuggets as a sleeper team, by the way.
They are fucking, man.
Look, that was a sleeper team that I bet on in the playoffs. I still have the Clippers. Tonight, by the way, NBA action is back. Clippers-Lakers tonight at 9. I think I land just in time for that. So
AD's playing, so that's good.
Amped. He is playing. But Manscaped's here to provide you the best tools in shaving up your balls. Lawnmower 3.0 is the best hygiene tool on the planet for dudes. Ceramic blade, skin-safe technology. You will not nick a ball. I know they always say that. You will nick a ball. This is one of those kits that everyone should have, man. As soon as I had it, my wife was like, oh, fuck, man, that's classy as shit. I was expecting like some cheesy fucking thing. It's like a high-end goddamn thing, man. Just go and order a kit from manscaped.com. You get 20% off and free shipping with the promo code Drinkin Bros at manscaped.com. I don't know if Craig Dulesky's in the room, but he ordered one, and he hit me up, and he was like, dude, this was the fucking greatest of all time. I was like, yes.
Craig, send me a picture of your dick and balls
Yes.
so I can make sure that they're well taken care of there, buddy.
Craig, if you're in the comments section, write your experience about manscaped.com. I know you were a huge fan, and I believe he just got engaged, and his
Oh, yeah, he did, yeah.
lovely wife said that she was proud of his nuggets shaved. So she
Proud
probably
of her.
did not say
Proud
that.
of her for feeling that way.
You know. Either way, proud of Manscaped, and I'm glad that they're going to be our sponsor for a long time. I use this shit all the time. It's fucking great. It's nice not to be able to have to lie about shit.
Have you noticed, you don't really fucking grow hair that much, but have you noticed
But I
since
grow
you started
pubes.
taking TRT that your shit grows faster than it did before? Like
Yes.
your head here and shit.
Yeah, dude, look at this shit.
Yeah.
It's,
So you got to fucking stay on that.
yeah.
There's no once you start TRT, there's no more of the like quarterly cleanup. You got to be on that shit every fucking couple of
I'd
weeks.
say it's every 2 months now. I was a once every 6 month guy. Now I'm a once every 2 month guy as far
your
as
hair
shaving
grows
up my
pretty
balls.
fucking
Yeah,
slow, like your body hair does.
My body hair
Mine
does.
grows
Yeah.
not that fast, but fast enough where I got to pay a little attention.
My head hair, dude. Jesus Christ. I gotta cut this shit. But you know, everybody's busy. Next up, reverse reparations.
Wait, did you say go to manscaped.com and use the code Drinkin Bros?
I did say that.
20%
Manscaped.com, promo code Drinkin Bros, 20% off and free shipping.
Yeah.
Reverse reparations could possibly be on the table.
No, it's done. The deal's signed.
Is it really? So it is signed. This is real.
It's signed. So Zimbabwe, as those of you who obviously you should know that it used to be Rhodesia, right?
Yeah.
It was a colony. White people ran it.
Okay.
And then there was some kind of scuffle. They didn't run it anymore.
Yeah.
Right. It happened a lot in Africa over the last 40 or 50 years or so.
It's still going on right now in South
is.
Africa, by the way.
But this one is different. This guy, their new president, Emerson, blah, 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 blah. I can't say his name. There's no fucking way I'm saying this word. It's Ngagawa or Gaga. I have no idea how to say
Whenever I hear a true Afrikaan name,
Yeah,
I just sing the Lion
there's no
King
way.
because I just don't know it.
No.
And I don't want to fucking butcher your name. You're an important person in this world.
This guy actually is. So the government is paying $3.5 billion to white farmers who 2 decades ago during the fight of the Bushmen and all these what were they called? The veterans, that group.
Oh, yeah,
But they
yeah.
weren't actually war veterans. They were just like a group that called themselves the Veterans.
the Veterans Coalition
It was
or something
stolen
like that,
valor at the highest level in Zimbabwe, and they were just a bunch of knuckleheads running around fucking people's farms up and stealing their shit.
With rakes, yeah.
Well, they ended up with AKs, but
That's
so,
what happens. A rake turns out it's a gateway.
Yeah,
Gateway drug.
yeah, it sure is. So all these people lost their land in violent invasions. These are white farmers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So according to the agreement, they're not getting paid for the land, but all the infrastructure that was still on there, like wells and various types of irrigation systems.
No shit.
Like all that, they're getting their
All the
money,
reparations.
They're getting their money back for that.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre that they're doing this. I don't know why. The other bizarre part is that the white farmers have, at the behest of the Zimbabwean government, have formed a coalition to go out and raise the money internationally to get this done. So they're
Yeah,
out
look,
there-
it's
they're out there raising their own money.
$3.5 billion here. That's a lot of fucking money.
I don't know what Zimbabwe's GDP is, but it's probably
Definitely not that.
Actually, let's look.
Probably
that
about
up.
$80 there.
Yeah,
I haven't been in Zimbabwe in a really long time. By really long time, I mean ever.
yeah. No one should go.
I've never been there.
Yeah, their GDP is $31 billion, so that's like a tenth of their
That is
annual
a tenth
revenue.
of their jeez. Their Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, Avril Lavigne. Yeah, so it's about 4,000 farmers that lost land under Robert Mugabe, who you can actually say his name.
Mugabe.
He was just a fucking real asshole, like an instigator. Go ahead and fuck him up. He didn't do anything to stop anybody or anything like that. The really interesting part of this is that his successor, this guy that's president now, Emerson, whatever the fuck his name is actually it's probably not that far off.
Okay.
He's encouraged white farmers to apply for pieces of available land in an apparent attempt to like reintegrate the country.
Oh.
So it's very Mandela-esque.
Yeah.
Like there's a clear focus on trying to heal division and not just fucking become what do you call it, homogenous again, which is what, you know, in South Africa there's still a push for some level of homogeneousness amongst the black community down there. So it's weird. I like this kind of stuff. I don't know if it's a weird situation, right? Mm-hmm. Like I don't think that reparations help people. I don't know why you would pay this to to major corporations, but these are mostly family farms that were a couple of 100 years old.
Sure.
And so how do you come down on that? Because technically the people who owned it at the time didn't really do anything wrong, but at some point that shit was taken away from actual fucking black people.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, how long does that stay relevant? And this is a weird question, but no one has the answer to it. Like, how long do past aggressions stay relevant? Like, how long do I have to pay for this shit that happened in the past? Is it 100 years? Is it 500? Is it 1,000? And then we're good? I mean, like, I don't know. And I'm not trying to take the piss here. I'm really curious what the fucking limit is.
Yeah, because the last time I did something like this, which is the only comparison I can possibly put towards this, I bought my own state on the moon on one of those websites. And they said I would own it forever, my own little state on the moon. And I have a section of land that is mine on the moon. And I don't know how long that stays with me.
How is it zoned?
Right now, it's...
what are you laughing at?
It's mixed. It's a mix. Giorgio, don't laugh at this. It's mixed.
Yeah, this is
a mixed
fucking
space.
serious, you piece
I can
of
do
shit.
commercial, but I can also do residential. But the most that I can build is a duplex on it. So, there is limits, obviously, to what I own on the moon. But will that transfer with me when China buys out the moon or when they take it over? I don't know. I don't know the answer. But this is a crazy story. I did not think that this went through and was actually true.
Yeah, it's been signed.
That's crazy, man.
I just, but I, despite the complications involved in it, I do applaud the effort to do two things at once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we can make up for our mistakes, even though there was some justification for our mistakes. And you got to say that there was some justification for all the colonized black people in Rhodesia at the time to be like, fuck this.
Right.
Like, get you Dutch assholes, get the fuck out. This is our shit now.
Yeah.
There's some justification for that, in my opinion. But this guy looked past it and fucking, the point, this is what I always say about any of these issues, societal issues. If we all agree on the end state, we can figure out the fucking path some way or another. But we don't agree on the end state. Not in this country anymore anyways. Because the people on the left, like, every time there's any kind of thing that happens, whether it's a fucking mass shooting, they want to fucking come after guns. If it's a virus, they want to fucking peel back your fucking individual rights and business rights. Worse than that. Like, every single time something happens, they're like fucking scratching and clawing to take a little bit more away from you.
Right.
And I don't understand that shit. And that's not something that I'm ever going to be on board with. So all of these fucking lefties can go fuck themselves. I don't give a shit about conservative politics. I don't care about Trump or any of that shit. But if your fucking starting point is to tear down the capitalist patriarchy, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Dude. That is horseshit. We're going to get to more of that here in a minute.
Goddamn right we are. Big dick on that guy. Big dick needs to be serviced, though. At GetRoman.com/Drinkin Bros. Time to get your boners up and out, kids. We don't know what's going to happen in this world. You might as well use that dick while you can. But you might as well use it at a max level. If you feel yourself limping around down there, getting a little floppy on that disc, go ahead and fucking pop in a thumb drive. Talking about GetRoman.com/Drinkin Bros. Boner pills. Discreet. They come to your house in 48 hours. Boom, you order them online, and they're ready to party pretty quickly and immediately. Free doctor visit. So what you do is you just go there, answer like 4 or 5 questions. Boom, they'll ship them to you. There is no reason left on this earth for you to go into your doctor, tell them you've got a floppy penis, let them fucking jiggle it around with a rubber glove on and a mask and say, yep, we're going to give you Viagra. No, go to GetRoman.com/Drinkin Bros today. Get your fucking boners on, dude.
Yeah, get them on.
Yeah.
Fuck you doing, man?
Free boners
What are you
again,
waiting
dude.
for?
Yeah.
God
Free
damn
your
it, dude.
fucking boner again.
Do something fucking special for your wife. Instead of buying her some useless piece of jewelry
Agree.
for her birthday,
Yep.
get yourself some Roman and light her ass up.
Get
man.
her a skin-tight boner
Yeah.
for Halloween,
Fuck
dude.
her shit up.
Yeah.
She's been waiting to get fucked for years. the
Years.
proper way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
Especially
either-
if you're in a longer relationship.
Yeah.
Married 20 plus years.
Yeah.
She wants that fucking boner from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Pop a pill. Get it up, dude.
What are you waiting for?
Stretch the skin. brother.
You don't have to fucking do it every day.
No.
Once a week, though, fucking give her that hammer.
Of course.
Jesus Christ, man.
Of
Be
course.
a good fucking husband.
Yeah, Labor Day is around the corner. Put in some
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
work, dude.
Yeah, you don't want to take that day off.
Put
As a
some
matter
work
of fact,
in the bedroom at GetRoman.com/Drinkin Bros.
if you're one of the people left that actually still has a job,
yeah,
you're going to have Labor Day off, just pound her all fucking day.
That's it, dude.
Breakfast
Send the
in
kids
bed,
away. Yep.
and then fucking, just fill her with, don't pull out either. That's bullshit.
No. Don't do that.
Fill her with fucking cum. Oh, all day.
All day. All day.
Just all day.
So what you do is you say, hey, honey, I've made you breakfast. When you pull back the silver tray, say it's the continental breakfast, and it'll be your sausage and your 2 eggs.
But
laying
don't
there
put it
for
in
her.
a fucking shoebox, because then you owe Lonely Island $35.
Correct.
I think it's $35.
Do not put your dick in a box because you'll be charged royalties for that.
Yeah.
But a silver tray, just cut a hole in the bottom and
Yep.
pop that up to the middle, put a little garnish around it,
I
dress
do
it
that
up.
at Christmas time. You know those like fucking sugar cookies that come in the circular tin or whatever? They're
Yeah,
in
yeah.
different shapes. I
Yeah.
just put my dick hole right up through there, bro.
Yeah, whoopsie. Why
Merry
don't you
Christmas, bitch.
Why don't you grab something off of Rudolph's nose? That's my boner. GetRoman.com/Drinkin Bros. Speaking of boners, Biden is set to announce his VP next week. The short list is, I think we can say that it's just really short now, right?
It's
supposed to be
short.
Kamala Harris, Susan Rice, Tammy Duckworth, Elizabeth Warren, and Tammy Baldwin of Wisconsin. Weirdest story about this was Politico accidentally ran an article already that Biden had announced.
Accidentally.
Yeah.
I think
Kamala Harris
might be the
as his
wrong word.
VP
Yeah.
pick. Later on the next day, Biden was giving a speech where he was had notes on his card, and there was a photograph of his note card, and it was highlighting all the points in which Kamala Harris would make a great VP.
Yeah.
Therefore, MyBookie has taken it down. Giorgio's confirmed it off of MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles your deposit, but they've taken that bet down. If you got your Kamala Harris bets in, which I think you did, you bet on Kamala Harris a long time ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right. Look, I bet on.
I bet on
Elizabeth Warren.
it. I bet on it after she dropped out of the fucking race.
So now that we know that this is probably her, what are your thoughts and what's going to happen next?
Well, before we get to that, here's the quote from Politico's article. Joe Biden chose Kamala Harris to become his running mate for the 2020 election on August 1st, 2 weeks before the Democratic National Convention, after keeping his choice close to the chest for months. Now, notice the tone and tense, right?
Right.
It's past tense. Chose, and there's a specific date.
Yeah.
Which means, what's today? That means
Today's the 30th, but
on
that
Saturday.
article dropped 3 days ago.
Yeah, on Saturday, you're going to hear is that right? Is there?
Yeah. Well, he said first week of August, so that would be in line with what
It's going to
Biden
be
has
Saturday.
publicly
Yeah.
said.
So Saturday, he's going to announce her as his running mate for
Right.
sure. Now, what happens after that? She is on the stump 24 hours a day.
Correct.
She's on camera 24 hours a day, and it's just going to depend on what shows she goes on and how the media treats her as how it's received, right? So, is she going
You
to be?
know how the media is going to treat her.
Well, it depends.
She's a goddamn princess. She's
I
going to say
don't-
Trump is a racist. You're going to have a
Maybe-
black woman in there saying Trump is a racist all day long.
Is anybody
All those
on the left
policies are
going to have the
racist.
balls to ask her about her fucking criminal justice record?
That's what I want to know. Because I lived in California when she was attorney general out there. And, dude, she was against marijuana, legalizing marijuana all these fucking years, jailed millions of fucking black people for weed, for fucking weed in L.A. Go drive the streets of L.A. currently, people fucking shitting and pissing in the streets, and you were worried about
Yeah, it
incarcerating
looks
black
like the
men for
fucking
weed?
Thunderdome out there.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think anybody will challenge her. The only time she got challenged was in that debate when was it Biden who was like, "Hey man, let's take a peek at your fucking record."
No, I think it was
Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi
that's
Gabbard,
right.
but I saw.
Tulsi Gabbard.
I think
went yard.
Castro brought it up at some point too.
Yeah.
Juan Castro, but she's the other question that I hope she gets asked, and I want to hear a fucking answer is, why isn't Joe Biden out here on camera? Like if it's just her on the stump for the next 3 months, every single day they should be like, "Where's Joe Biden?" That should be the first fucking question asked at every single press conference. Where is this guy?
Yeah.
Where is he? Where's the guy that's going to be the fucking president? Because you know what they're going to do. They're just going to run her out here.
Yes.
And he's going to be nowhere to be found.
That is their entire strategy, by the way.
I don't know. This is the choice that made sense for them, And that's why I fucking bet on it months ago, but I don't think they can win with her. I don't see like who does she bring into the fold? Is it suburban housewives that like her? Because I don't think so.
So here's the deal with her. The cons against her, I guess you would say. First of all, she's from California, right?
Yeah, they're gonna win that either way.
California has been won for fucking 30 years at this point. Like, it is Democrat. You're not changing that. I'm surprised it wasn't somebody from a swing state. Or the reason why I went with Elizabeth Warren was somebody from the far left.
Yeah,
that would unite the Bernie Sanders supporters and whoever the Biden supporters were to unite the party.
Yeah.
They didn't do that. I think with everything that's going on in the country, protest-wise, they're going to trot her out, and she's going to hammer this over and over and over again about race and how we need to. This is the race card. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Every interview is going to be like that. The other biggest problem with her is she's not likable.
No, she's the worst. Conversely, Tammy Duckworth is very likable. Mm-hmm. And she's not necessarily in a swing state. I wouldn't call Illinois a swing state, but it's surrounded on all sides by swing states. She has a pretty good rating with the NRA, which is weird for a fucking Democrat, particularly one from fucking Illinois.
She's a veteran.
She's a veteran. She's a very well-spoken woman. She doesn't engage in a bunch of bullshit identity politics all the time. My opinion, she's a little boring. That might be why. Like, you can't maybe just trot her out every day and keep the news off of Biden. I think that's probably why they didn't choose her.
Sure.
But I think she would be a good choice for them and a much better choice than Kamala Harris. I think she would have delivered. Say what you want about the optics around it, or if this is like weird to take advantage of, but there is a level of sympathy for her because of her service and the fact that she lost both of her goddamn legs in service of her country that would really resonate with people in the Midwest.
Correct.
They're fucking patriotic out there. They like that shit.
Yeah.
And again, they like the fact that she believes in gun ownership, and they like the fact that the point of fucking choosing a VP, if your candidate is in any way polarizing, and I think Biden is to reach into the middle and grab some people out and bring them over to your side, because that's how you win elections, right?
That's what Trump did. Trump was so polarizing that he had to go with the boringest pick
Pence
of all time.
Yeah, he had to, yeah. So who is Kamala Harris? What group in the middle? And I'm sure they did polling on this, but remember, the Democratic polling is like, it's fantasy.
Right.
And they fucking keep losing because they believe these fucking polls. So who is it, even with polling, I don't understand this. Who is it in the middle that Kamala Harris is going to grab and bring back in?
I don't know.
Like, who are the undecided voters that she speaks to? Because I can't think of anybody that
I can't
she
either.
speaks to.
Because she doesn't. She's not likable enough to go for like the white suburban moms, right?
No.
Not because of race or anything else.
No, it has
it's
nothing
just
to do with that.
The way she comes off on camera, and that's a big deal. A lot of people say, though, that the vice presidents don't really make that big of a difference. I think in this election,
Sarah Palin, my man.
I understand that.
Tell me they don't make a fucking. That's the reason John McCain lost that election.
Well, I disagree. I think McCain was so far behind anyways that Sarah Palin was a Hail Mary of like, hey, let's try to fucking re-energize this party because we're getting killed.
If he had picked.
Now, this one is different. This election is different because Biden's not going to talk anywhere. Therefore, Kamala Harris is going to have to go out and talk to everyone for the next 3 months. We're 90 days. We're 90 days away from the election.
The one benefit that they do have is that we already know all of her dirt. Like, we know who Kamala Harris is.
Mm-hmm.
So even if the media wanted to go after her, they can't say the same 3 things over and over for the next 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
That's just like, that's not going to be entertaining for their viewers. So they're going to have to come up with something else at some point. Even Fox News will have to come up with something else. So I don't know what that looks. I mean, it's one thing that's good news for them. That's the only thing that's good news for them.
That's it.
She's a female person of color. I guess that helps too. Maybe that will motivate more people on the left to actually get out and vote. Maybe. But what progressive is voting for Joe Biden or Kamala Harris? The guy who wrote the crime bill and the woman who put fucking hundreds of thousands of black men in jail using it.
Yeah. Strange.
But I thought that about Hillary Clinton too.
Yeah.
Like, how could you possibly nominate this woman that voted for Iraq, voted for the Patriot Act, voted to refund Iraq, was against marriage equality, and fucking Trump, the goddamn, or not Trump, but they pushed the crime bill. Like, she did all those things. She is the worst possible person you could have picked.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that she doesn't have a dick.
Which there's always that.
Then fucking my ex is like, oh, you wasted your vote.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Hillary. I'm like, dude, I can't, like, I don't respect anybody that voted for Hillary Clinton. Not one person.
No.
She is one of the, and I love that narrative then too, because it was like, she's the single most qualified candidate for president in American history. That is a direct quote that people just kept saying. I'm like, no,
she's not.
She is a piece of shit. So are you. Get fucked. She's not the get fucked of the week, though. This one's coming up right now.
Coming up right after this. But first, we got KillcliffCBD.com. Killcliff, if you haven't had this by now, what are you doing? What are you doing with your fucking life? 25 milligrams of CBD in every single can. Boom. Here it is right here.
Delish.
No THC, so you will not piss hot on drug tests. If you've got joint pain or you're just wanting to relax, man, I had a fucking can of this last night and was nine very shortly afterwards. Dan and I, this was one of our favorite products, man. We drink a can of this shit every night. We love it. Go to KillcliffCBD.com today. Use the promo code Drinkin Bros for free shipping. And also 20% off. You heard that correctly. Free shipping and 20% off at KillcliffCBD.com. You can choose between mango, grape, and orange kush. Delicious. I love it across the board, man. Go to KillcliffCBD.com today. You can't go wrong with any of these flavors. Promo code Drinkin Bros gets you 20% off. Next up, pay attention, Antifa. This is what real oppression looks like. Police in Hong Kong have arrested 4 members of a student-led pro-independence group for suspected secessionist offenses on social media under the city's sweeping new national security law. As of July 1st, in China and Hong Kong, any sort of discussion of secession from China or speech considered subversive comes with criminal penalties. So
here's what the police spokesperson said. We have to enforce the laws even if the crimes are committed on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think you can escape from the responsibility in cyberspace and commit crimes.
It'd be great if they were wearing actual space suits while doing it.
Yeah.
While they're typing.
I would like that. So
cyberspace.
Here's what I want. I want you all to tell me more about the capitalist patriarchy that's keeping you down. You know, the one that provides you the safety and fucking freedom to stand in front of a cop and scream at him without being worried about him cracking your fucking head open and throwing you in jail. Get fucked, dude. Holy fucking shit. I've never seen like these people clearly never been to another country. I don't believe that any Antifa person has ever been to a poor country before. It's impossible. If that's true, then they're even bigger pieces of shit than what we think.
Here's the thing. I don't know that a member of Antifa has actually held a job before, a real job, because who has this much time to protest?
I think they all work at Starbucks, to be honest.
And that's their night shift?
Yeah. It's
all
all
Starbucks was a front for fucking Antifa.
Why not? That fucking dum-dum tried to run for president.
It's true. They shut it down at 5 p.m., which they do in L.A., and then they have the Antifa meetings in there in Starbucks.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I would say that we might be close, but they keep burning Starbucks down.
That's just fucking to throw off the scent off the trail.
Every other city, they just burn a couple Starbucks
I just
down.
want to say this again, by the way. I think I said this last week on the news. To all you defund the police bitches.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, you better fucking pray the police don't go away.
Boy,
Jesus.
After
man.
coming from a city like LA where they're starting to defund the police,
yeah,
good luck with that, dude.
Yeah, you can't fucking hunt. You can't change a fucking tire. You can't defend yourself. You can't survive in the wild, bitch. I mean, Jesus
city
Christ
is cratering, man.
These people, Antifa, they're weak. They're a product of weak culture, right? Like you have no shot in the real world. If all this stuff disappears, if the police go away, and this capitalist patriarchy infrastructure that you fucking benefit from goes away, you skinny little white bitch, you're going to lose everything.
Everything.
Because I'm going to come take it from you. If there's no cops anymore, all your shit becomes my shit. You understand that, right? And you get fucking left on the road fucking with your heads fucking beaten in. Like what do you think this is? We are apex predators. You understand that, right? That's what human beings are. I
understand it.
And the alphas among us, all these shooters, and it's not even just military people. There are fucking alphas everywhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You fucking fuck up,
Yeah.
In a situation like that where there's no external police force and there's no infrastructure to support you, I'm taking all your shit, dude. If I roll across you in the Thunderdome, all your shit is my shit. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. You can fucking hold your AK at my car, but I'll shoot you through the window, homeboy.
Yeah,
you know
just
what I
like
mean?
that dude in Austin.
Yeah,
actually.
like get fucked, Antifa. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, there's never been a bigger case in human history of biting the hand that feeds you than this shit that we're seeing right goddamn now.
It's crazy,
unbelievable. These motherfuckers think that they can take away the thing that protects them and gives them the freedom that they're fucking doing to do what they're doing, and think it's gonna be okay. It'll be okay. We'll start some communes, brother. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
We'll grow our own gardens. No, I'll show up and fucking harvest all. I'll eat the fucking vegetables in front of you. And I don't even eat vegetables. I will take all of your shit, all of it. Might even take your kids. We'll see what happens.
And rename them after Republican presidents only.
That would be a good one.
Hey, this is your new son, Ronald Reagan. Good to meet you.
Or just name them all Donald Trump. Donald Trump 1, 2, 3,
3, 4, 5.
Get
Oh,
fucked,
man.
Antifa. Antifa's the get fucked of the week. They're the get fucked of the fucking universe.
Yeah, for eternity. Last but not least, an NYC artist is in hot water for painting thin blue line. Scott's Lobadio? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right, but I've also never seen it in print before. An artist in New York City was sent a cease and desist letter by the NYC Department of Transportation regarding a blue line he painted on a Highland Boulevard median outside the 122nd NYPD precinct in New York. So,
Can you pop that picture of the?
yeah, can you put the picture up?
Of the picture for now. We'll close out the show with a video.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the fucking letter, the cease and desist that the DOT sent him. Obviously, it says you are hereby directed to immediately cease and desist painting the thin blue line in the city of New York. Blah, blah, blah. You need to remove the ones you did or you're going to fucking face legal action. All right. Let's fucking do this.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do this, man. Because you can paint fucking Black Lives Matter on the side of my motherfucking business.
Yeah.
And the mayor can paint BLM down the fucking middle of the street without a permit. Like, he's not the goddamn king of New York City. He's some fuckface that can't govern properly. Even Cuomo's lighting his ass up now.
Yeah,
de Blasio is the biggest
the
piece of shit.
goddamn worst.
He's goddamn. All these jokes I've made over the years about Beto and just weak men in general who need to fold their penis in half to slide it in because they can't get erections. I guarantee you Bill de Blasio's children are somebody else's. There's no way.
Have to be.
He is the biggest cuck on this fucking planet. And I don't think he even likes watching. He just can't do anything to stop it.
No, he can't, dude. And that's what a lot of cucks are like. They can't stop it. You know, it's not that they want to see their wives get fucked in front of them. They just can't stop it. De Blasio is definitely one of those guys.
Well, you may remember this artist, Scott Lobadio. That's Lobaido, from his banner that he made recently of Bill de Blasio, where the mayor's holding up Lady Liberty's severed head. Did you see that? That was him.
Yeah.
That was him. And then he had the flag-themed tee painting that was torched by anti-Trump people during the last campaign. So in 2016.
Why not? You know.
So here's what Lobadio said. I don't have an issue with Black Lives Matter artwork, but I'm doing my artwork, and it's supporting the men and women in blue. You know, I don't know how that's not obviously partisan.
Right.
It should not be a political statement to say that you're supporting the police or the troops or anything like that, or fucking nurses. It should not be a political statement. That should be very obvious. And it's the fact that it's not obvious is a symptom of a culture that's become entirely too comfortable with the idea that I can say and do whatever the fuck I want without the fear of somebody punching my fucking face in. And I feel like this whole theme of Antifa, I punch Nazis. You know what we should really do is just go out there and sit them down in a chair and punch them all in the face 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
And let them go.
I agree.
No fines, nothing. Just let the fucking jump out boys punch these people in the face 5 times. You get 5, and that's it. One more, you're out.
Yeah, you're out.
But you get 5 good swats to the face.
Yeah.
You could probably substitute some of the punches for open hand slaps because it's a little more emasculating.
Yeah.
I feel like these guys need this shit, honestly. At the end of the show, we're going to play the video of this guy. Or you can go on his You can go on his Instagram. It's at Scott Lebedo.
Yeah, so we'll play the video at the end of this. In the meantime, we're going to get to the Drinkin Bro of the week. I'm going to give this one to, this is my own personal one. I'm going to give it to the Ventura County Police up in Ventura, California. Since all this shit is going on with the police and, to me, I think it is unbelievably important. Not that they are funded properly, but this defunding thing is crazy as fuck, especially with all the bullshit they put up with. I went out of my way over the weekend to shake their hands and talk to them and just say, hey, thank you. We need you out here. And the weirdest part about it to me, because one of them, I'd taken my 6-year-old kid to Ben & Jerry's on Main Street in Ventura. And there was a Black Lives Matter protest that went right through the middle of Main Street, which is all like open restaurants of like wood fire pizza and shit like that. I don't know what that protest is going to do, yelling at people at a fucking wood fire pizza place or a vegan place or whatever the fuck it is. But there was 4 police officers that were off to the side, and I went over to talk to them and thank them and shake their hand. I did so at the concert the night before, and their immediate reaction was they pulled back. And that was I'm finding a lot of that lately, of like the police don't trust people anymore, and that sucks. But I understand why. Yeah. Because they're under fire every fucking day from all of this bullshit, and a lot of these people that are in the Black Lives Matter movement are just Antifa members who have nothing to do with the actual movement itself. And as a matter of fact, they destroy it. And I feel terrible for the police, but they were unbelievably nice, and they were taken aback. They were like, oh shit, thank you so much, and I was like, no man, thank you. I was like, I just drove up from LA, and I'm like, dude, if they start defunding the police everywhere, these people are all fucked, and it's all bullshit, like you were saying. All of this is bullshit and nonsense.
It's fucking, it's like going outside of your house and looking at the foundation and just starting to tear it the fuck up. Like, I don't like this anymore. I'm like, all right, cool, man. There's consequences to your actions. Yeah. That house is going to fall down on you. And in this metaphor, I am the house that falls down on you. Again, I will take your shit.
Yeah. And just because your rich parents have protected you your entire life, and now you're 18, 19 years old, you want to wrap yourself in black, take out a fucking hammer and start bashing shit in, writing BLM on everything as a white kid. Wait until you actually need the fucking police, and you've got to pick up the phone. There's going to be nobody on the other side, and then tell me that you want to fucking defund the police, you criminal assholes. Yeah. I'm so tired of seeing this shit every single day. That's why we got the jump out, boys. A&E, do the right thing. 12 hours, live PD. Another 12 hours, jump out, boys. I will never watch sports again.
No.
Never.
No, I can't take much more of Max Kellerman. Honestly, I can't, man. He's become such a fucking cunt, that guy.
Yeah, man. He's becoming a little fucking beta himself.
Yesterday on the fucking on First Take, or maybe it's 2 days ago, he's like, I hate this when people say, well, you're not a doctor. What are you saying? All the information's readily available. It doesn't matter from a doctor. Well, it does, because nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah. There's thousands of doctors that are reporting that hydroxychloroquine works. Yeah. And then there's a bunch of people reporting that it doesn't. So where's the fucking scientific consensus, fuckface?
It's Jesus crazy, Christ, man. And I'm tired. Look, I'm tired of ESPN and all this the politics of shit. I just want to see fucking sports, for Christ's sake. I don't want to hear your goddamn opinion on race relations in this country. Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ. Play ball, talk about it, or get the fuck off the screen, is my opinion. It happened to Jameel Hill. It can happen to you too, Max Kellerman.
Kellerman's fucked. Actually, as much as I don't want to admit this, LeBron James seems to be one of the guys that's handling it the best. I don't mean just right now with this thing, but historically over the last couple of years. Like, sure. So what he did was, he's not putting some weird fucking phrase on the back of his jersey. That I bet he just feels like that's a bullshit platitude, because he's actually spending his own money to fix the problem. He's putting black kids through school and getting them on career tracks.
And the media deal he just signed was $100 million to help black people tell stories and podcasts and everything else. And it's like, that's what you should be doing. And as much as I don't like LeBron James, the athlete,
no, he seems
a pretty decent person, and he's doing a lot for his community. And,
more than any fucking body else, that's for sure. Even with Jordan, it's like, correct. Oh, we're gonna give fucking $10 million a year to what, dude? Why don't you start a new brand of something and build up black brand not just athletes, but people in careers, like small business owners. That's what runs this country, small businesses. You know, in California, in a typical year, not this year, but just because of the amount of people there, something like 180,000 new small businesses get started every single year. 80% fail because most small businesses fail. But that is the fucking essence of capitalism.
Right.
Is bringing money into small businesses, into communities. One of the things a lot of people don't know about economics is when you spend $1 in your local economy, like at a mom and pop place instead of a chain restaurant, for example, that dollar multiplies 7 times before it leaves the local economy, right? So if you want to fucking live in a nice place, spend your money in a nice place.
I agree.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
And that's what fucking LeBron James is doing. He wants to live in a nice country, so he's putting his fucking money where his mouth is. He wants his community to do well, so he's spending money to do shit that makes sense.
He even built a school. So
do that instead of like the NBA. I've said this before. Do that instead of like just giving money to people who are going to go protest.
Yeah,
like seriously, what the fuck is the point of that? Why would you fund like awareness campaigns? We are all fucking aware.
Everybody's
Let's fund
aware.
some goddamn solutions.
Yeah, and build powerful people.
Yes.
Look, man, if you give the youth money for better schooling and better education and all that shit, those are the guys. That's the next generation. That's who's going to change the world. It is not these fucking movements that are happening with some people with high-paid salaries who are running this shit.
Yeah.
As a nonprofit, I'm using heavy air quotes on that because it's dog shit. So. LeBron's on tonight. Lakers Clippers is on at 9 Eastern. I think I'll be able to catch that in Austin tonight. I got a quick flight to get out of here. We're setting up the studio this weekend in Austin. We'll be live from that studio in less than 2 weeks.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to that. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin Bros Fake News. Good afternoon, good night, and buenas noches, everyone.